morning, sweet friends. I feel like that I have to have slaw at least once a month. I do. It goes with so many things. And so this morning I got up and I did some things around the house, got myself ready and made my bed. And now I'm going to, and I put the load of clothes on to wash, but I hadn't turned it on yet. But anyway, I'm going to have slaw for lunch today, for dinner is what I call it. Y'all call it lunch and supper, don't you? I mean lunch and dinner, and I call it dinner and supper. It's just according to where we live, isn't it? I always put celery in mine because that gives it that little extra crunch that I love so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm just trying to get some of these strings off of it like that. I certainly don't want to get that in my mouth this morning. It is finally turned cold in Andalusia, Alabama this morning. It is cold out there. I stuck my nose out a while ago. I thought, woo, let me get back in. I was going to go pick, and I still am going to pick some of my camellias because next week is supposed to be really cold and it'll kill every single one of them. The blooms will be gone then. So I'm going to pick them and put them in the house so I can enjoy them. You people that live in the north, did your camellias, do they not mess up when the cold weather comes? I'd like to know that. How do y'all do that? I mean, or did they just wait and don't bloom when ours bloom and they bloom a lot later? I'm interested to know. All right, I'm going to keep going till I get these done right here. I've got them all cut up in, as far as washed and that kind of thing. Now I'm going to cut them in long skinnies. That's how I do it. I cut all of them, and I cut each little piece right here in several long skinnies. Y'all see me do this so many times, but I've got so many new followers. I mean, I've got a ton of them. And thank y'all so much for following and giving me some attention. We all love a little attention, don't we? That was some old strings I missed. I've got me a bag set up over there. It's hanging on my counter knob. I'm going to take all these scraps right here to Hannah's chickens. She brought me some eggs the other day. It was the first she'd gotten. She brought me, well, she didn't give me the first she had gotten. She ate those. But she brought me some. She brought me 8 eggs. They're beautiful. Some are brown. There's one that's kind of a bluish color. And some tan in there. But I didn't see a single white egg. They're all colored eggs. The last time I posted something about a chicken house, which I don't know when it was, several weeks ago, some of y'all sent pictures in of your chicken house, and honey, y'all got some pretty ones. Y'all do. You've got some beautiful chicken houses out there. I've got a neighbor that lives up the road from me. She says she's got the prettiest chicken house in this country. That's what she says. We do those chicken houses for ourselves, don't we? The chickens don't care if it's pretty or not. They just won't like it. They want a big one that they can run around in. And then Hannah put that tree in hers, which is nice. Well, Walt did it for her. So the chickens can get up there and play around on that tree if they want to. When I get them cut long and skinny like this, I cut them in half. Then bring this half up here with this half and hold it tight with my hand and cut little bitty pieces. Like that. Okay, I've got all our celery cut up. Let me show you how it looks. In case you want to know. Put it against this one. See, they're little bitty pieces. I've got friends that don't like celery, but I'm telling you, when you put it in the slaw like this, it really makes it good. You've got some nice crunch in there, and celery is very healthy. And you people that saying y'all want to have something healthy, people keep writing in and say, Brenda, you know, sometimes you don't eat healthy. Well, this is healthy. This is healthy. I don't eat junk food all the time. Some of you may, but I don't. All right. Most of the time I do my cabbage in my food processor, but today I'm not. And the reason I'm not is because I want to show you that you can do it with a regular box grater. You don't have to have some fancy equipment to make a coleslaw, okay? This has got several sizes on each side, according to what you're doing. And I'm going to use this larger size right here, but it's really going to be kind of fine. Don't do long up and down. Just do quick little things like that, okay? It just doesn't take long, and it uses muscle, which is a good thing. Gives you some exercise and some moving. I'm pushing down on this so it won't go anywhere. And yes, I could do it in the bowl, but the bowl's kind of rounded, and so it wouldn't work so good. If any falls out on this side that's kind of big, I'll chop it up. Let me do this. Wait a minute on me. That's getting in my way. It's cold here today. I got on 3 things. I've got on an undershirt, a short sleeve sweater that's got a good neck thing, and then I've got on this sweater. I've got on some jeans, brown jeans, and I've got on boots. Keep my feet warm. Yesterday I was out buying a few things in town, and some people walked up to me. They said, "Oh, you're Miss Brenda, aren't you?" I said, "I am." And they said, "We watch you all the time." I said, "Where y'all from?" And they said, "Iowa." I said, "What are you doing down this way?" They said, "We're fixing to go to the beach and stay for 2 months. So they're going to stay January and February, and they'll go back home in March." All right, that'll go to the chickens. That's the core, which I'm not going to cut up. And here is your real fine. Let me put it in here where you can see it. There's your fine coleslaw, or the fine cabbage. Look how little that is. See there? That's how I like it. I like it little. And then here's some extra that I'm going to kind of cut up just a little bit, not waste this that fell off. Okay. Now I'm going to do the other half of it because I'm going to make a big one. I'm going to make a big one. Okay, I'm going to do this half now the exact same way I did the other half. Okay, we've got all of our cabbage cut up. See, this is making a huge, and that was just like a regular size cabbage. It wasn't like it was a giant. And so the next thing I'm going to put in is a small onion. I love the taste of onion in a slaw, but I don't like it to be overpowering. So I'm just going to do a little onion, just a little one, and I'm going to cut it in very small pieces because I don't want to get like a hunk. I just want that good flavor in there. Okay? I'm sure that most of you have made a slaw before, but some of you just buy that bagged slaw, and I can just tell you, it's just not as good, y'all. I'm sorry. Now, if that's all you can do, I understand. But if you're able, if God's given you the ability to cut and to stand, then that's what I suggest. Okay, now then, move that cabbage back. I'm going to cut really thin slivers to start with because I don't want like a big hunk in there, okay? So I got a good sharp knife right here. This was given to me. It's got DW on it, 2019, and it is sharp. So I'm going to cut little tiny, tiny slivers off like this. Just real, real little. You're not even going to know that you've got a piece of onion in your mouth. All you're going to get is the flavor. I want it thin, thin, thin. I'm going to show you how thin it is in just a second. Let me get this half cut, and then I'll show you. And so then when I cut it the other way, it'll be little too, because I'm just going to flip it right around and cut it the other way. I've been listening to my phone all morning, the music part of it. I'll just pick one up and show you how thin it is. All right, here it is. That's see how thin it is? Little. And then what I'm going to do is just hold it like this and turn it this way and gently cut little bitty pieces off that side of it like that. And that way you're going to get tiny, tiny little things. Anyway, I've had my phone on and I've been in here cleaning, getting my kitchen kind of clean, and I've already made my bed. I did my Bible study already this morning. Walt and Hannah just came over for a minute to help me get my heater lit, my gas heater. But I think something's wrong with it. So we're going to call a gas man to come out here and see if he can light it. And so that's what we're doing. That is what we are doing. All right, there's that half of the onion. I'm going to put it in there. And then I'm going to do the other half, okay? I don't generally put carrots in my slaw, but I have eaten slaw out, and I always love the carrots in it. I hope these carrots aren't too old. I've had them for a while. I like them just dip a carrot in a ranch dressing. But you see how the top part's kind of coming out. So I don't want that to happen. All right, let's see how we're going to do it. I don't want a whole lot in there, but I'd like to have a little bit in there, I think, this time. And I'm going to grate it with the same size that I grated the slaw with. Okay? See? I don't know why we don't eat many carrots. We need to eat them all the time. We need to eat one carrot a day, don't we? Don't you think that'd be healthy? I love them. I don't know why I don't just pick one up and eat it like you would a banana. Dip it in some kind of good tasting herb salad dressing type thing, or vinegar and oil with garlic and all. That tastes good. Make you a little dip. Put it in it. I think one carrot's going to be enough. I got out two, but I think one's going to be plenty. Be careful when you get down to the end. You'll wind up cutting your finger off. Just take that little part. Eat it. Okay? That looks like a good bit, doesn't it? Let's put it in. I think one's going to be plenty. Give it a little color. Okay? Now I'm going to put in my sweet relish. I don't buy pickle relish because they're too big. I like to buy the relish part. Because it's already cut really, really tiny. Now, all right, let's see how much. Make sure this isn't deal, because I want sweet relish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now we want some mayonnaise. And I don't know how much of this. We're going to have to just stir it a while and see. This cabbage, that one cabbage, look what a pile of slaw. My goodness. We're going to add salt and pepper. And I like just a teaspoon or two of sugar in mine, y'all. I know we're not supposed to be eating a lot of sugar, but we don't need more than that. There. All right, let me keep stirring until I get it all stirred. Okay, y'all, I put 3 more big old spoonfuls of mayonnaise in here because I never could get it creamy. And I haven't put any more pickled relish yet, but I think I am going to put just a scoop. Add a little bit of salt. Please don't add much salt because you can always add more. We want to taste it first. Add your pepper. I'm going to add just a little bit more pickle. Didn't seem like it had quite enough. Because that was a big old cabbage. I didn't think it was so big, but once I got it mixed up, it turned out that it was big. I don't think I'm going to put sugar in it today because everybody's trying to watch the sugar. So I won't do it because I'm going to fix the dessert and that'll be their sugar. My hair keeps falling down, and I had it fixed in the back so I could pull it back, but it's not quite long enough. It keeps jumping back out at the front of it. All right, let's taste it. See how it tastes? Looks creamy enough, doesn't it? That's perfect. It's nice and creamy. And I'm gonna put this in a keeper in my refrigerator that's got a snap top. And that way that onion smell won't get out in the refrigerator. And it's ready. Now that wasn't too hard, was it? I mean, what else can we do? It's cold outside. We might as well cook. Anyway, when I was reading James this morning, chapter 3, it was talking about the tongue and what trouble it gets us in and how it's hard to control it. It's like we sticking our foot in our mouth all the time. We say things and we can't take it back, can we? So anyway, that's what chapter 3 of James was talking about today. And the man who can control the tongue is a wise man. It's a little thing. It's not big, but yet it controls so much. Things that we say to our children or our husband or our wife that makes them feel bad when you can't take it back. When they remember it, it's bad, y'all. All right. I love y'all. Have a great day. I'm going to enjoy my slaw. I'm fixing to put it in a container, put it in the refrigerator, and let it marinate. Love y'all. Bye-bye.